My dreams are nightmares. How can I sleep? You got the gun against me.
What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Marvel Legends Ultimate Spider-Man 2-pack, Walmart exclusive Spider-Man, and the Vulture. Now, I really wasn't expecting to find this in stores. I honestly had no idea this was coming out. I just walked into Walmart and there it was. They had quite a few of them. But anyway, here we do have Spider-Man in the packaging. You can see he does come with an alternate set of hands. And then we have Vulture with his wings in the back and an alternate head. Really excited I found this. On the side we have an image of Spider-Man. And on the other side a nice image of the Vulture. And then on the back we have an image of Vulture and Spider-Man. And then a little bio. Adrian Toomes? Is that how to pronounce it? Toomes? I'm going to say Toomes. Use a specialized flight suit to soar throughout the skies as the Vulture. But then when this winged menace threatens justice, it's up to Spider-Man to swing in and stop him in his fight. And then we get it in other languages here. Inspired by the Marvel comic book art from Ultimate Spider-Man issue 90. So really looking forward to getting these guys open up. What I'm going to do now is take a little break, get them open up, and then we'll go on to the rest of the review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Spider-Man and the Vulture pose out of the packaging. Now, let's actually have a look at Spider-Man first. And here we have the Ultimate Spider-Man posing out of the packaging. And as you can see, he's a really nice looking figure. In case you aren't familiar with this particular Spider-Man mold, this is actually the Ultimate Spider-Man from the... was it Space Knight Venom? I believe it was Space Knight Venom. We got this Peter Parker, and then we also got the Miles Morales Spider-Man. But this is actually a really nice Spider-Man. He's little. It fits what the Ultimate Universe is, and it's a teenage Spider-Man, which looks really nice, and the train just happens to be going by as I do my review. Now, I will point this out that he is missing all the red webbing that should be going down his arms, and at first I didn't notice it, but now looking at it, it's really noticeable. Like, it's missing, and that's probably the biggest paint error I find on mine, besides the webbing not lining up properly, but that's neither here nor there. Also, the red on his chest seems like it's a little thin. I don't know if you guys can see that. But anyway, before we go into his accessories, let's have a quick size comparison. And here we have Ultimate Spider-Man posing next to Pizza Spider-Man, and you can see Pizza Spider-Man is a taller figure, and this is a Spider-Man that I think of. He's more of an adult. He's off to college. He's with Mary Jane at this point. I don't know, I just never grew up with a Spider-Man in high school. I kind of lean more toward the the 616 Universe Spider-Man, but Ultimate Spider-Man, he looks pretty cool. And they're not actually a scaled down version of it, it's actually its own mold. The musculature is different. This has more of a teen body, where this is more of an athletic young man body. But really liking the height differences, and if you want a smaller Spider-Man, this is definitely a way to go. Like I said, he does come with a couple of accessories. He does come with alternate hands, these web-crawling hands, as you can see. Let's actually show those off. So we do get a pair of web-crawling hands, which is pretty nice. I'm really glad that all Spider-Man figures are including these. And then he also does come with a right web shooting hand and then a left fist hand. We don't get an alternate web slinging hand for the left hand or an alternate fist hand for the right, which is a little unfortunate. But you can go ahead and pull these off. Just, it doesn't want to come out. Come on, Spider-Man, work with me. Nope, that one doesn't want to come out. So let's actually move this side, and it doesn't want to come out either. There we go. And switching the hands in and out should be simple. Okay, there we go. This hand is giving me a little bit of problem. I'm probably going to take the hairdryer to this hand and heat it up, then pull it out. But yeah, we do get two wall crawling hands, which I'm really glad we also get. And then I do like the head sculpt on Spider-Man, but there's a few things I don't like about it. Like, from a head-on view, it looks good, but then when you turn it to... No, when you turn it to the side, it looks good, but from a head-on, it kind of looks a little squarish. The eyes seem to be in the wrong spot. But it's still a really nice Spider-Man sculpt, I'll give it that. You can see the big red spider on the back, as well as the little spider in the front. Not much to say, but they did a really good job on the paint, except a few more coats of red would have been nice on the chest, because it does look like it's thinning. And having the web, it's going to end up bothering me. And then you can see he does have a piece of red plastic sticking out. I'm probably going to have to take an X-Acto knife to that. But it's not a big deal. It's nothing too major. Going on to Spider-Man's accessory, or articulation, excuse me. He does have a ball-jointed head. A ball-hinged neck. He can look up, down, left and right. Really don't get too much movement on that ball joint. It's really minuscule at that. He does have ball jointed arms, which go out, do a full 360, swivel at the bicep, double jointed in the elbow, spins and bends at the wrist. We get an ab crunch, which goes pretty far forward and has a pretty nice range going backwards. Waist swivel, legs go forward and back. They go out to about that far. Not the greatest range for a Spider-Man. I kind of wish that his legs would go out just a tiny bit more. We do get a thigh swivel right there. Double jointed in the knee. We get a boot swivel. We have a hinge in the ankle. Now it doesn't go forward all that much, which is a little surprising, especially for a Spider-Man figure, but it does go back all the way. Okay, I kind of got his ankle going forward, and then a frontward facing joint, so we get a rocker ankle. So pretty good articulation on Spider-Man, what we expect. So what I'm going to do now is to take him off screen, and then we'll have a look at the Vulture. And so here we have the Vulture posed out of the packaging without his wings. We'll get into that in a little bit. Really nice figure. I'm digging the green that they use for Vulture. He is using the Superior Spider-Man mold, which I do not have Superior Spider-Man, so I can't compare the two figures, but let's actually move him off to the side really fast. And once again bring in our good friend Pizza Spider-Man, and as you can see, he is a relatively average-sized Marvel Legends figure. He's not overly tall, and he's not super lanky like this one, but I really do like it. It screams Vulture, especially with the... I know Vultures also have this neck fluff, but kind of buzzardy. Looks really cool. Vulture actually does come with quite a few, 3 accessories, excuse me. He does come with 2 heads. We get this unmasked head, which if we can zoom in on that, it kind of looks like Lex Luthor, to be honest. Maybe if you have the Agent Coulson, you can have a Lex Luthor. I know that's just what it looks like for me. And then we also do get this masked head, which has the Vulture cartoony, like... I don't know, I probably will display my Vulture with the mask, if I can get it on. And that's one thing I want to point out, is that the ball peg on this isn't the best. And the reason for that is, it doesn't sit all the way. You can still see a lot of ball joint peeking out. But it doesn't provide a lot of articulation for either head that you're using, which I might actually go with this head for Vulture. And then we also do get his wings, if I can pull those off on screen here. We do get these really big wings that Vulture comes with, and they do attach to his backpack. You just pull it out. You can see it is keyed right here. If you can take a look, they're in the shape of a D and a backwards D, although one of them does have a little notch right there, so you're just going to want to find that one and slide it through, like so. And then we're going to take this wing and slide this one through, like so. And then you can even see there's a little piece cut out from this one, so you can't have them on either side, which is, I don't know, I'm going to guess that's okay. I didn't intend to have them switched out, but You can if you really wanted to. And those peg onto his back like so. And if we can get Vulture standing and move the camera out. And you can see he has a really, really big wingspan. It's almost 12 inches in length, which is pretty cool. The wings don't move, unfortunately. They're just affixed to his back. But it's still really nice that we got the wings. And they did a really good job. Would have been nice if they could hinge in and out. But that's neither here nor there. It's still a really imposing looking figure. And really quick, just to give you a comparison with the Ultimate Spider-Man, you can see he does look menacing, especially with this creepy Vulture mask. Looks really nice. Now I will say this, getting him to stand with the wings is a little bit of a problem because it does make him back heavy, but if you can find that sweet spot, he's going to stand perfectly. And you can see he has a tendency to want to lean back, but if you have him standing, you're going to have him standing, and it just looks so nice. The wings are done in this metallic green as well as a metallic, I want to say it's almost silver. It does look silver, so I'm just going to say that that's silver. We do get some metallic green right here along the collar where you would have like the feathers for an actual Vulture. A nice metallic green for his outfit. And then you can see on his forearms he has more added detail there. So just an overall nice looking figure. He's not great, there's not too much on his paint, but what is here, it's really clean and he looks really imposing and menacing. I kind of wish that we also got Old Man Vulture head, but I guess Lex Luthor is going to have to do for now. As far as the Vulture's articulation goes, starting from wings to toes, no articulation in the wings. They're not bendable, so if you end up bending them, you could warp them or worse, break them. As far as his head goes, on that ball joint he can look up that far, look down that far, tilt his head side to side really well, spins left and right, and then that added hinge lets him look that much further up. He can tuck his head all the way down to his chin, or he can look down. But yeah, just really nice range of movement on that ball joint. Arms go out to about that far. Would do a full 360, but it is hindered by the wings, so be aware of that. With his wings on, we're not going to get a 360 out of that. Arms go out to about that far. We get a bicep swivel. Double jointed elbows, which is a little stiff. But in the end, it still works. We have a hinge in the hand, as well as a swivel. He does have an ab crunch, but it doesn't go back at all, and then that's all it moves forward. We get that much back, that much forward. It's not impressive, but it's better than nothing, I guess. We have waist swivel. Legs do go forward about that far, go back that far. Out, not the farthest, but I'm okay with that. We have a thigh swivel. Double jointed in the knee. No form of boot swivel because it's just one piece, but we do get a nice hinge in the ankle as well as rocker ankle there. So that's Vulture for you. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed with Spider-Man, and I'll go on to my final thoughts. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Spider-Man and the Vulture posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really do like this set, and I didn't have the Ultimate Spider-Man, so this is actually a nice figure for me to own. He does have a few problems with the paint, and it seems to be a reoccurring thing. I did watch a review, and it turns out that most of them probably don't have this paint that should be there, which is a little bit of a bummer. But Vulture is a really nice figure. I really do like him. The only problem I see with him is that he is going to take up a lot of shelf space. That's almost 12 inches across that you have to accommodate. But he is the Vulture. If you can get him up high on a flight stand, he's going to look really wonderful in your display. Otherwise, he's just going to either blend in with everybody, or there's a chance he's going to knock everybody down because those wings do make them either front heavy or top heavy, depending on how you have them posed. But either way, I really do like this set. I got lucky and just went into Walmart right after I got out of work and found these guys. I didn't even know they were going to be out. I just saw them right underneath Marvel Legends, and I'm like, oh, the movie figures came out, and no, they're the Ultimate figures. So I really do like that. If you're lucky enough to find these guys and you're a Spider-Man fan, definitely go ahead and pick these up. They're really worth the purchase if you don't have the Ultimate Spider-Man yet, or you want a Vulture figure. This set is going to run you about $43 with tax, which I'm okay with. That's almost like paying the price for 2 figures, so that's a okay deal for me. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000 saying don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, tell me what you think of the Vulture and Spider-Man 2-pack. Do you think it's worth it? Do you think they could have added a little more? Let me know down in the comments. As always, go ahead and check out all my action figure reviews. All my toy reviews are also there. My Marvel Legends, DC Universe. If there's something you guys would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and I'll do my best to bring it to you guys if it fits into my collection. And until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.
My dream